Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, David here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about news and unfortunate controversy hitting RAIDOU Remastered, the mystery of the Soulless Army. It feels like with every Atlus release lately, there has to be some sort of controversy. There's a lot of controversy for RAIDOU, and it's because of everything that happened after the Switch 2 version of the game was detailed. And yeah, there's a lot of crap surrounding the Switch 2 version specifically. So if you're on other platforms, you're safe. If you're a Nintendo fan, there's a lot to talk about that isn't that great. And also, a lot of people were looking forward to the collector's edition for RAIDOU. And unfortunate news is that Limited Run Games is handling the pre-orders and the collector's edition for RAIDOU, which that alone, when that was confirmed, alongside the unveiling of RAIDOU Remastered, a lot of fans were like, oh, here we go again, Limited Run Games, for a lot of reasons. Not everyone is a fan of LRG. I don't want this video to be an opinion piece on them, so I'm going to try and keep my opinion for myself for this video, if you guys don't mind. If you want me to do an opinion piece on the matter, just tell me in the comment section and I'll potentially make a video about that. But I want to focus on the actual details and news of what people are complaining about. So let's start with the Nintendo side of things. So when RAIDOU was first unveiled, it was during the March Nintendo Direct, caught us off guard. Not really, because I was expecting RAIDOU for this one. Of course, you guys saw the whole saga where I tweeted the day before the reveal saying that I'm holding RAIDOU hostage right here in the original collector's edition for PS2, which back in the day was $50. This bad boy, that was $50 back in the day. Keep that number in mind. So, what happened with the Switch is the pre-orders came up, and of course we knew that the Switch 2 was the thing. The Nintendo Switch 2 Direct was going to happen the week after, and we were like, okay, so what's going on with RAIDOU and Switch 2? Are we going to get a native Switch 2 version? We didn't know. We got the Direct. Alongside that Direct, we got confirmation that RAIDOU gets a native Switch 2 version. Awesome. I don't see any physical version for RAIDOU on Switch 2, so I'm like, hey, let me hit Atlus up and see if my contact knows everything about it. I reach out and they're like, hey, no physical Switch 2 version is happening for RAIDOU. It's going to be Switch 1 if you want a physical version on Nintendo. So Switch 2 digital only. I reported on that. I still have the emails, the confirmations, right, by someone who works at Atlus West. And then we keep going and, oh, there is a physical version of RAIDOU. It's actually one of the infamous game key card thingy that is going on with Nintendo. You definitely, if you're a Nintendo fan or if you're looking forward to Switch 2, you've heard about this thing. Let me try and make this quick and clear. A Switch 2 game key card is a game that isn't all on cart. It's you have the cart, but there's a key in it that allows you to download another part of the game. That's my understanding of it. So it's like a GT. I don't know if it's a good example, but the example that comes to mind for Switch 1 is Grand Theft Auto Trilogy. You have GTA 3, I think, on cart, but if you want to play San Andreas and Vice City, you gotta download them. Well, for RAIDOU on Switch 2, being a game key card thing, you have some of the game on cart, and you gotta download the rest. Which isn't a full-on physical, and which is also why I think they told me that there was no physical. It's a physical game, you have a physical cart, but it's not all on cart. You gotta download some of it. That's my understanding of it. I might be wrong, it's still kind of unclear to me, but this is my understanding of it. So this is making a lot of people mad. But there is more bad news, unfortunately, if you're a Switch 2 or Nintendo fan. So what we're looking at here is an article from Alex at Persona Central. It's basically a translation of a Japanese Q&A that Atlus hosted for RAIDOU. And there's a lot of interesting info. So if we go to the Nintendo side of things, which is the new thing and new information that I want to talk about that people are not really happy with. Can the Switch version be played on Switch 2? Yes, it's backwards compatible. Switch 2 version can be played on Switch. Makes sense. This is the beginning of bad news. Can save data from the Switch version be loaded on Switch 2? Can you save transfer? No, there is no save transfer. Okay, it's a solo RPG, it's not the type of game that This is a big issue, to me at least, in my opinion. Hey, if you're not getting a Switch 2 day one, but you're planning on getting one, you play RAIDOU on Switch 1 in June, and then in July you get your Switch 2, you're not done with RAIDOU. It would have been cool to, you know, transfer your save. Not the end of the world. So what's problematic is you have no upgrade path for Switch 1 to Switch 2. So if you buy the Switch 1 version, because you want the real physical version, you can't upgrade to Switch 2. That is an option on PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5, so yeah, just a kick in the nuts for Nintendo fans, sadly. Pre-orders have opened, okay, it's clear, and here they are detailing the game key thingy. So with the Switch 2 version, can the game be played immediately off the cart? The packaged Nintendo Switch 2 release is a key card, which means that the main game software must be downloaded after inserting it into the console. This will require an internet connection and up to 17 gigabytes of free space. If you're a physical collector like myself, you hate to see it. This is not good news. So yeah, here it is, the confirmation here. If I purchase the PlayStation 4 version, can I upgrade to the PS5 version? Yes, a free upgrade is available. Save data can also be transferred from PS4 to PS5. So it's like, Switch, you don't have save transfer, you can't upgrade your version of the game. On PlayStation though, you have save transfer and you can upgrade for free. What the hell? It's just like, hey, you're a Nintendo fan, well, go fuck yourself. That's basically how they're doing this. Sorry if I'm explicit here, but this is a bummer. Now let's look at the collector's edition for RAIDOU now and see how good it is or how not good it is. All right, so here we are. This is the official RAIDOU Remastered Mystery of the Soulless Army Collector's Edition from Limited Run Games. So when you first look at it, in my opinion, it looks freaking cool. RAIDOU, 8-inch statue, Goto Doji, 5-inch plushie, looks great. A little pin, special soundtrack, which kind of looks like a Saturn box. Cool, I'm here for it. Sexy ass box art for the game here with a steelbook, I'm here for it. And then a big ass box, purple paint and everything. I am in love with this visually. It looks awesome. Certificate of authenticity, very freaking cool. Now, what's the problem with it, you're gonna ask? Well, there's 3 problems. The first one is once again related to the Switch 2 version. So if you zoom in, you're gonna see here on the little box art that Limited Run Games, who has #ForeverPhysical in their bio, they don't have a physical Switch 2 version of RAIDOU. It's still the game key card thinging that you're gonna get. So people are giving them crap for that. It's fair, in my opinion. Xbox is getting a physical version through this collector's edition, which is cool. Other than that, I mean, it's really cool. Second problem is the price. It's 250 USD for this collector's edition, so it's extremely expensive. The shipping is also extremely expensive. If you are like in Canada, like myself, generally speaking, limited run collector's edition, I don't really order through them. But for example, the Grimoire editions that I got for Persona 3 Portable and P4G, which are way smaller, that was like 25 USD for shipping to Canada, which I'm right next door. So if you're like in Europe or something, I assume it's going to be even more than that, which their stuff is already expensive. So plus shipping, this thing's going to be like 300 USD for me. That's what I'm thinking, which is insanely expensive. Everything that's in there is really cool, but that's like $250 more expensive than the standard game. So I'm paying 250 USD for a steelbook, a soundtrack, a pin, a little plushie, and a figure. It's extremely expensive and kind of hard to justify, but I know that they won't sell a lot of these. They know that they're going to sell to hardcore fans, and I think they're comfortable with that. So that was the second issue. The third issue is limited run games and their shipping thing. That is the biggest warning that I have to give you guys if you want to buy this. They are saying that they are going to ship the game at launch. So when the game launches June 19th, that's when you're gonna get your game. That's what they're saying, and the rest is gonna be later. Now, if you know limited run games, pre-orders for the physical version of P3P and P4G, that happened in 2020, early 2023. We got the Grimoires late that year, so it took a whole year to get the Grimoire editions, and people who pre-ordered the collector's edition got it a few weeks ago. So it took like more than a year to get that collector's edition, which means that yes, they're saying that they're gonna ship the standard version early. I can't say that they won't. I'm worried. if you really want to play that game day one and you're counting on LRG to get your standard version on day one, I'm worried. Just keep that in mind. They don't really have a good track record for shipping their game. So even your standard version, which they are shipping separately, I would be cautious if I were y'all. If you really want to play day one, maybe find another solution. Now, when it comes to the collector's edition, just don't expect it soon. Just expect it very late, and then you'll be fine. You're gonna get it at some point. Like you get your stuff with them, but it's gonna take a long ass time. So I am a big fan. I'm looking at this. I'm like, this is really cool. I'm just debating, can I afford it? I'm not debating if it's worth it or not. In my opinion, what I'm looking at with the price, I don't think it's worth it. So if I decide to buy it, it's me, and me being humble and saying, hey, this is not worth it. I'm just too much of a fan that I'm going to buy it. I'm debating it, I don't know if I'm going to get it. There's a certain point that I'm like, hey, this is too expensive, but we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, I'm still very excited for RAIDOU, but since I'm lucky enough to be able to have a Switch 2. I'm gonna get it day one. I got a pre-order secured, so I'm really excited to play it on Switch 2. The fact that it's a game key thing is a bummer. I want the best performance and I want to play it physically, so I'm gonna just get the Switch 2 version regardless. But I'm probably gonna double dip and get a Switch 1 version to have the whole physical thing. Collector's edition, we'll have to wait and see. Other than that, the fact that you can't transfer your save, the fact that you can't upgrade is, once again, just a kick in the nuts to Nintendo fans, and I think that's really a bummer because ATLUS is doing good nowadays with, supporting multi-platforms, and they don't skip Nintendo as much as they used to, but those type of things are like, come on, you're doing the opposite on PlayStation, so I don't think there's some sort of technical thing blocking them from doing it, so why the hell are you not doing it? That's just me criticizing what they're doing here, but hey, other than that, the game looks freaking awesome, and I'm very excited to play RAIDOU. So what do you think of everything that we discussed today? Are you still excited for RAIDOU? If your plan is to play it on Switch 2, how are you going to do it? And what do you think of the things that they announced that is, big bummers? Thank you all so much for watching this video. You have a good day. Bye.